I remember I stayed in a house, a small house, that was being paid 1,500. We couldn't afford that as a church. So what I did, I had to come back to church and sleep within one corner of the church.
Welcome to DUOL Podcast. Today, I'm just so happy we have a very interesting guest. And this podcast is a place where conversations take place, real people talk, and real growth begins. And I think you'll introduce yourself before I introduce the topic.
I'm Reverend Christopher Osuka, minister with Free Pentecostal Fellowship in Kenya. In short FPFK, we are in Ongata, Rongai, Kware City.
Yeah, and I am Auntie Maggie. Now, the question I'm asking, or we are discussing today is, can the church give hope in times of despair? Can the church, Reverend, give hope?
Definitely, yes.
In times of despair?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, tell us about yourself as you are going to tell us how it can give hope.
Well, I thank God for this great evening. As I said earlier, my name is Christopher Osuka. I minister with Free Pentecostal Fellowship in Kenya. I've been in pastoral ministry for about 35 years. And I'm a blend of SCK, Anglican, and Pentecost. My background is Anglican, but when I got born again, I chose to minister with Pentecostals.
When did you get born again?
In 1991. 1991, shortly after high school. That's when I got born again. And the Lord called me into the ministry. My calling was a bit interesting. I basically wanted to be a teacher. And I trained and started teaching. For some time, then the Lord called me. I answered the call. I resigned, then joined the ministry.
You trained as a teacher?
Yes.
In which university?
In Kenya Science.
Oh, Mwalimu.
Yes, I'm a science teacher.
Yes.
Then I resigned to answer the call, then joined the college to do theology, then do Christian ministry, then do philosophy of religion, and all that.
Pastor, a lot of people ask that why would one leave a job? You know, a teacher, you're sure to get a job. Yes. You're sure to have, you know.
Yeah.
And then you decided something happened that turned your mind, changed your mind.
Sure. It's a matter of a call and answering a call. It isn't easy dropping what you are doing and settling for what people think is a lesser earning career. Pastoral work is more of giving than receiving. So it's not what you can walk into by choice. It's something that comes with the calling and the burden and the push from the Lord into it.
How did you get the calling?
I remember very well that when the Lord called me into the ministry, He showed me people who were suffering. Some were dying, they were suffering a lot of sufferings, but they were not able to even lift up their hands. And the Lord was asking, who will lift up their heads? Remember the story in the Bible about the serpent that Moses raised in the wilderness? Those who looked at it were saved. So these people were looking for salvation, they were looking for help, they were crying, but nobody would lift their heads that were already weak to look at the lamb, the cross.
Was it in a form of a dream or a message or
A
real?
A vision.
A vision that you had.
That's a vision that I had vividly in the evening one day after day's activities. When I was just resting in the evening, and the Lord showed me. And more to it, it was not just a calling, but He also showed me the mandate, what I was going to do, and where I was going to do it. So it was very specific. That's why I was sure this is God, and not my own thinking or feeling. Yeah.
Okay, then how did you progress? You went for theology. And
just before I went for theology, there's a bridge between the calling and the work. there must be mentorship in between. So just don't run. Like somewhere we'd go to Eli and say, what is this that I had? Is it God? Is it my thinking? Is it my feeling? So I went to my spiritual father, my mentor, we shared. And then I started with him, serving under him, serving his vision.
Just the way Samuel worked under Eli.
Yes.
Okay.
Then from there now, we grew and progressed. One thing that causes people to mess in the ministry is rush into response to the calling without hearing what are you being told to do and who will mentor the calling and the gifting. Determines whether you succeed or you fail. Yeah.
Rushing can be very risky.
Very dangerous.
Ah.
People hear the call.
Yes.
They answer yes, but they don't wait for instructions. What have I called you to do? So you rush into it without proper instruction. Then you get frustrated.
But Christopher, you should be able, Pastor, this person has to be able, first of all, even just to hear from God.
Yes. Then you will be directed to a minister who has been there before, who will show you how to walk the journey.
Okay.
Yeah. That is more refreshing and encouraging.
Okay.
Yes. Then patience.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of patience because through patience you learn a lot. You'll begin to know that it's not going to be all that rosy. Because for God to build you up, He has to undo everything that you had clung to earlier.
For example?
Your career, your earthly, some of your earthly possessions will go so that He can begin with you. Remember when He called Elisha, he had to go back, give away the oxen, slaughter them, use the yoke to cook them, then follow.
See, that will put off a lot of people. You know, you want your car, you want your nice house, your nice clothes, the music you enjoy.
Yeah, the wrong approach to ministry will tell you that when you get there, things will be prosperous immediately. You'll have this, you'll drive a big car, you'll have a big house, you'll do this. When you get there, you realize it is the opposite.
Okay.
Then you get frustrated. So the best way is to begin with God where He begins with you. As the ministry grow, you grow with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you gone through some of these frustrations? Maybe give us your experience.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
When I came to our place of ministry, that is in Ongatarunga, in that time it was a pure slum. There wasn't anything good from where we were staying. I remember I stayed in a house, a small house, that was being paid 1,500. We couldn't afford that as a church. So what I did, I had to come back to church and sleep within one corner of the church. People who saw me thought that pastor have resorted to pray for us. They thought I was in prayer. They didn't know it was lack and want that pushed me there. We've gone without meals for quite some time. And being a person who was used to something, at least you had something, then you are being reduced to nothing until you look like you'd want to ask the people you are ministering to take care of you while they were also in great need, because where we minister to people of low class. So it was a bit frustrating. At one point, like Peter said, I'm going back fishing. And I went to the nearby private schools and asked for opportunity to teach. They gave me opportunity. I taught for 5 months without
as a teacher now,
yes,
on a salary.
Without a salary. They didn't give me anything. They promised a salary, yes. But they didn't give me anything. After 5 months, then I realized, God, I'm on the wrong.
So Pastor, you are planning to start this church just on your own without any resources? Or how did it? Because you did call me. I visited your church and I was very impressed. Yeah.
Our organization at one point was a missionary church with roots from Scandinavia. They worked in Kenya for some time. Then when the Norwegians gave asylum to some of political refugees like Koigi and the rest, during the Moi era, he broke the relationship between Norway and Kenya. So he chased away all Norwegians from Kenya.
Oh my.
So NORAD programs collapsed. So from that time, we've not had active missionaries coming to support the work. So when we were getting into this work, there was no support from anywhere. We had to begin from just nowhere to try and run it just like that.
Okay.
So we did not have any support. More to it, there was a church that was already there earlier, but collapsed.
The same place where you are?
Yes, so when we went there, already there was a bad reputation about church because of the things that happened around the church that finally collapsed. So you were starting from a point where you have to build confidence into people that church can give
hope. And that's a good discussion, because right now,
Yes.
Pastor, let me just tell you, there are so many people who have lost hope in the church.
Yes, definitely.
You know, even in my practice, I encounter young people suicidal, depressed, alcoholics. Some say they went to church and they were rejected and all this. I don't know. What is your thought about this?
It do happen, depending on area of emphasis where a particular church would want to focus as they minister.
Yes.
Having been to several areas and having worked with different ministers, you realize that there are people who focus on other particular group of people while neglecting the others. In most churches, they feel that a youth or a young person cannot be born again and maintain salvation. So they are treated casually as people who are either coming in with a purpose, wako na lengo. They have something they want to achieve. Then they go away. So they don't invest in them. They don't trust them. When they see them, they feel like they're just casual people who are just passing by. One thing that we do maybe differently, we minister to people from the point of need like Jesus did.
Yes.
Our approach is from the point of need. Then from the point of need, we'll move to offer solution to the need. And that gives us an opportunity now to turn around the narrative that there is no hope in church and give hope to the hopeless, because we begin ministry from the point of hopelessness to hope.
So in this particular way, you managed to attract the community that you said they had already lost trust in the previous church.
You know, the most important thing for a church first, before even the gospel, is to build a good rapport with the community.
Guys, because I like that.
You are going to stay with them. They must trust you, even before you preach to them. One incident happened. There's my neighbor behind my house was a principal of a high school. And he used not to go to church. I would realize that every time we are in church, he would be playing some music behind. So one day we thought, like, why don't we visit this man and just make friends? So several times we would visit, talk about the frustration of teachers, how all this, and I didn't minister to him at that point.
So you didn't start preaching immediately?
I didn't say that you are a sinner, you need to go again. No. We made friends first. Then in our Bible study, what we call morning lessons, we were tackling education issues with parents and students. So we came to a topic when we said, let's invite a teacher, let him come and also listen. So on that day, we made sure we prepare so well on how we'll relate issues of spirituality and education. And
teaching, yes.
So he got impressed with the presenter. I said, I would want to listen again next
time.
So when he came next week, we did the same. Then we told him, now it is your turn to tell us something about. So what impressed him is that we didn't judge him that he's not born again, it's not part of us. He could have an opportunity to at least talk. From that point, he came and he told the wife, now I've got a place where we are accepted the way we are. So we came to minister to him later, and he got born again and became one of the most active members of our congregation.
You must be a very unique pastor, because many churches, they have to know you for 1.5, 2 years for you to, and walk with you, for you to qualify to stand and open your mouth to say anything.
Now you are a doctor by profession. If I come to you for help, do I really need to know you?
No.
I just come and
But I'll just help you.
Pour my heart and pour my problems to you. I'll trust you with my life, even if I don't know you. So being friends with them does not mean we love sinners, but we don't love sin.
You love sinners,
but you don't love sin.
But we don't love sin. Yes. And that's really the direction I think the church should take.
So a sinner is a person who is in despair and needs hope. Yeah, so because when they are born with a soul that has a sky already, and situations and circumstances keeps on expanding the sky in their soul, and that moves them away. So when they meet you again as a spiritual person who judges them, they move even further away. So what we do, we pull them closer first. They trust us, they trust the system we are using, and then from there we can now minister the grace to them.
I've had some young people I know who they go to a new church and they already start getting texts. John chapter 15. The fruits that do not, the branches that do not bear fruits shall be cut and burnt. And, they get messages from fellow members. It's like they're being judged, and I don't know. You've come across such...
Yes, that is very scary.
And actually, this particular person decided, I'm not going back to that church again.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens because when somebody comes to you, it's not very sure whether it's going to get acceptance or not. So it's like it's knocking, but also very cautious.
Cautious, yeah.
So whatever you say would either drive him away or draw him nigh. What we normally do is that we do different activities that engage the young people. 2 weeks ago, we had what we call a sports fellowship, where we invited what we call junior youth. We really invest in that age.
Football, what do we sport?
Football, all sort of games, including tug of war, pulling ropes, running around. So we called them. And when they come, we do music within the field. So we play the music, they come around, we do the warm-up as they dance with the gospel music, and then we show them what we call spiritual formation, how important is the body as much as the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body is more important because it's the one that carries the soul.
It carries the soul.
So if you don't take care of the body, then your soul will not be effective.
Yes,
Your spirituality will die off. So from there, we begin ministering from body.
Okay.
To soul.
To soul.
To spirit.
To spirit.
Yeah.
Very strategic. Now, Pastor, I know you're going to talk on the second part. You're going to talk about exactly what you do.
Yes.
But before we reach there, I know you have gone through some challenges.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have managed to overcome so that now I came to your church the other day and I was impressed. Even when you tell me the story that it started in one room, I find it difficult. What challenges did you personally experience? Yeah?
Yeah.
And how do you overcome? We have about 3 minutes of just, and then have a break, then you continue.
So many challenges. First of all is the way the society will perceive you.
Yes.
You are a brilliant person who has gone to school, dropping what they would consider a white-collar noble job.
Yes.
To answer call, what they would call begging. It that judgment, that public judgment alone, wasn't. When people see you, they feel like something has gone wrong with your mind. And on the other side, you want to convince them that with God, there's no failure. Then everything else you had goes away. You remain empty. You can't go back to them and ask for support because again, you don't want to shame your God.
Yeah.
I don't want to put
They have already judged you, you're a beggar, there's something wrong.
So when you begin to work, the greatest challenge you will face where we work is the people you minister to are needy and they need support from you while you need support more than they do. That was the greatest challenge. No money, no anything. They cry to you, you can't help, you also cry at the same time. So you all turn to God. That was one of the biggest challenges.
Do you know there are some pastors who we know, of course we will not mention, who actually get into ministry as a business, basically. Yes. I don't want to judge them. Maybe they are led spiritually, but in the process, it's also a business. Yeah. And I don't know how, like if you have a needy congregation and you're getting in hoping to earn a salary. Yeah. How does that work out?
In the Bible, there's a time when David ran into some trouble, and the people who came to him were blind. All those who came to him needed help.
Yeah.
And even him. So at times you can get into that situation, and if you're not careful, you will compromise the gospel.
Yes, yes.
and begin some other things that will make you look like a man of God.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But what you have learned through experience is that patience with God
Yes.
makes him mold you into what he wants you to be. When he pushes you there,
Yes.
he breaks you so that he can build you.
Yes.
Yeah, he breaks you so that he can build
you.
So he can push you to a point where you think you are finished. Then it creates dependency on him at that point. Then
So, Pastor, do you think you were pushed to a level where you felt you were finished?
Yes, I was. Until I said I would give up. But on the other side, I was fearing because ukiacha Mungu, where will you go? But I was pushed to the point where I told you I said I'm going back fishing like Peter.
Yes.
Because I knew how to fish. I would not stay
Not
here.
literally fishing, but to make money.
I would stay here and wait for my death.
You almost went.
Then I realized that it is worse the other side because you worked so hard for months without a single pay. Not that they don't have money, but you're wondering what was holding them from paying
you. Maybe it was God who was now putting you to a level where
you have to depend now on God. And that dependency on God would make God now create a character in you.
In you.
That will grow with you, knowing that it is God and God alone who can make the ministry grow and the work and the calling.
Okay. So we are going to continue after this short break, and it's getting very interesting. See you.
See you then.
Honor God with your life. Trust Him with your heart, and He will lead you to His perfect plan. Ni nguvu zako Baba umenilinda, na nguzo yako Baba umenikinga. Nikikumbuka mbali ulikonitoa, kwenye mitego ya madui wangu umeniwezesha nikapita. Umenipa heshima na hekima, umerejesha nuru na mwangaza Baba. Yes, Pastor Christopher, you were telling us a very interesting story where God broke you.
Yes.
You came down. So tell us more of that. How was it?
It was one of the lowest moments in my life where you could not afford anything. Literally. You cannot afford anything. Sometimes you go without food. At times you don't have good clothes to wear. And by that time, my parents were also back at home, expecting something. They are their age, so they were expecting at least something at the end of the day, being the last born. And they feel we have invested in this boy.
They paid your fees.
So at times you sit down and you feel like you are crushed, you are finished. Then you get into prayer. And God enjoys that intimacy.
He enjoys.
When you go now into prayer, now you pour your heart to Him, you draw so much close to Him. He enjoys that. Then from there now He begins to lift you up gradually. And it wasn't an easy work. Again, people we were working with in the church were people who did not understand anything. You are to do everything. Sometimes you sing, you take offering.
You sing?
Yes, you take offering.
You're taking
you do announcements, and then you preach. And then the language was not there. We could not address them well in Swahili. You speak English, you try Swahili. Nothing comes out. Well, one day I saw in church we used to have one bench. All of them were fitting in that one bench. They're just a family. And there was a maid. I think that was a maid. So they used to do their hair and chew ball gum. Pap, as you preach. Then they tap one another. They go around. They run around the church. You feel irritated.
And you could not tell them off. You could not chase them.
Those are the only people you have. And then
Your congregation.
We did our first fundraising to buy instruments. We got 146.
Wow.
Kenya shillings, 146. Literally, I gave 5 bob. That's what I had. And we saw like there's nothing we are doing here. So we closed the work for a month, for 2 months.
You closed the church?
Yes, for 2 months. We re-strategized.
You re-strategized, yeah.
We re-strategized because we saw it was not moving anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, the then principal of the college where I went to in Karen remembered and called me, told me, where are you? There's some work I need you to do here in Nairobi. So I came. We talked and he told me, if you are in Rongai, then fine. But how are you going to carry the work there? So we discussed a little bit. Then he told me we'll be coming. So they started coming with the wife. So they would drive from Karen to that place. To my surprise, that was not expected. I've heard people talk about destiny connectors and all that.
Destiny helpers.
Destiny helpers. And that time they started, I wasn't sure they will come. But they came. Then from there, they started sending students from college to come and do evangelism around. So we started moving, at least a ray of hope.
There was a ray of hope.
Yeah, when I don't have food, sometime I would used to walk to their house in Ngong. They're staying in Ngong, from Rongai to Ngong, through Ololua Forest.
Yes.
Yeah. Eat, then come back.
You mean there are times you were so down you didn't have food?
Yes.
Were you married by then with kids?
That's when I got married.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Oh, she must be a wonderful woman. That's true love. Yeah.
So sometimes,
Amen.
Sometimes life can
thank
teach
God
you.
for her.
Can teach you. So
Yes.
it was just marrying by faith.
Faith.
Not that you had anything. You just walk into it and say, God, if this is your will, then this, then this, then. By faith, we trusted God and we wedded. We started life just like that.
Yeah. So you just had a simple wedding.
Yes, simple wedding. By that time, I was earning 750
shillings.
That is all we could collect in a month.
Which year was this?
That was early 2000.
That's not far away.
No, not far away. That's all we could collect from the offering. And then from there now, we started moving. So this family stood with us so much. The principal and the wife, even during my wedding, they played a great role. A great role. Then we started now working. With the wife coming in, the level of trust now moved a little higher.
Trust on you.
Yes, in Africa,
yeah.
people never trust you.
Yeah, they don't trust you. They really.
And her presence,
especially if you're a man without a woman.
Then her presence now attracted more ladies. So we started growing little by little. A group called Life in Abundance Ministry there took us through some training.
I've heard of them, Life in Abundance.
Yes, Life in Abundance. Took us through some training on how we can do evangelism, and we adopted a system called CHE. CHE. C-H-E.
C-H-E.
Yeah, that is what we call community health evangelism. And when I saw that idea, we developed it into a concept, and then we came up with a strategy. This is now the idea of ministering to people from the point of need.
Point of need.
Yes.
That's very, very important. Not how much you're going to cough up.
And that's where now the hope aspect comes in.
Yes.
Because we learned that the people we are ministering to were in despair, most of them.
They were in despair.
So we started from a point of need. So we identified that children in our area, most of them were not going to school. They could not afford
small children.
The preschool thing. So we decided to do a small, we collected old mabati, we call them chembo. We go to a place they call chembo.
These old pieces of mabati.
Yeah, where they sell scrap things. So we took some
metals.
Yeah, we took some mabati and did a small nursery as a starting point.
In your church?
Yes, because we knew with the elderly people, they were already having an attitude towards the church, or towards that particular place, because previously there was a history.
There was a history.
So we knew we could build the church from children. So we started with the children. So we'll go out, collect children who are not in school during school days, bring them in. no uniform, no teacher, no anything. So we started singing.
Wow. I feel you're a unique pastor. Yani, you had no teacher. You built a makeshift kind of a school or class.
Yes.
And you were just singing.
So we started from there. Then we found another lady who had gone through some difficulties and built a very strong resilience in her life. She volunteered to teach. So we had a teacher.
She was a teacher?
Not really.
Okay. She was just
somebody. She came and they could sing the basic things. So we started from there. Then they started coming. Children started coming. We give them hope. Then the parents would follow to see where these children go.
Going.
When they come, we talk, and then we started from there. Some of them whom we started with have gone through university today and are in church.
Pastor, even before you reach there, I came, and the story is amazing.
Yes.
I came and found you even building classes.
Yes.
You have a vibrant team. You have.
Today we are doing the whole.
It's such a miracle. Yeah.
So we started with these children. Today they are the ones who are very active in the church. Some are already married. We built them from nowhere. So we didn't go for the elderly. We started with the children.
You started with the children who attracted their parents and relatives.
And that has been our ministry. Let me give you quickly one example. One day we went out and found 2 children playing. Now we have a school. And we brought them in. We asked them where the parents, they told us the parents are out. In this community health evangelism, we have people whom we send to identify the needs. They don't preach.
Volunteers.
Yes, they don't preach.
Like social workers or kind of...
Yeah, they're just members of the church who are trained particularly for that.
Yes.
Under our ministry, under evangelism.
Yeah.
So they go out to identify the need, then they don't preach to them. They just come. We have some
funds.
They
bring them.
We have some little funds now on that. So they found children who are not in school, and they followed them to the house. They found the mother was very, very sick. And the children were quite desperate. I want to show you how hope can be found in church in despair.
Yes.
So they brought them to us, and we asked, what is the situation like? So they went, they saw. We sent now some ladies to go and find out. They found out that the woman is sick, and I think she was HIV positive and had given hope. Was not on drugs. So they started talking to her. Then we asked her, what else can you do? She said she was doing business ya kuuza mboga.
Yeah.
To
sell vegetables.
So we took some few things from our side. Some old mabati. Young men went and built a small kibanda by
for
the road.
her.
Yeah.
The kibanda basically a place where she could.
Then we used 2,000 for her to start. Some ladies took her to Marikiti, and she was able to know how to bring now.
How to buy the veggies.
Our aim was that children would come to school, get uji from school. When they go back, mother will have vegetable foods to eat. So they started from there. The husband was a drunkard. He was not even coming home. They went for the husband, and men came asking, what can you? He said, I can only do soup. Ilaya hoops.
Huh?
The hoops, the soup from the hoops.
Oh, from the hoops of the cows.
Yes.
Yes. And they boil it and make soup. Yes.
So they bought a small drum. Men bought a small drum, made for him something. Then he started selling it next to where he was drinking.
And it's popular, isn't it? That soup.
Very popular with the drunkard. So he would sell the soup, and the woman would sell the vegetables. Now we are sure there is food in this family.
Yes.
And the children are coming to church.
He was selling to the drunkards? Or just to the men in the
just
region?
within the slum.
Or within the
where
slum.
They are a mixture of things.
Yes.
So within a short time, the lady was visited by women, and they blessed her, and she followed them to see where they are coming from to the church. That's when the church evangelist ministered to her. Hakubiriwa until she came to church. That's when she was preached to. She got born again. The husband also got born again. She was taught how to save. We have a saving scheme called 2-in-1 within church where women save. So she did the saving. Today, long story short, they are in the church and they pay tithe of not less than 30,000 per day. Per month.
Per month. 30,000.
Yes, because now it has grown into a big grocery.
Yes.
And the guy left that thing into a hotel.
So now they have a big business.
Yes.
And they're earning more than many
And
people who are employed.
their health has really improved.
Uh-huh.
Now they are doing well.
Well.
Now you see, these are people we can now count on in the ministry.
So guys, there's hope.
Yes, there's hope.
In the church.
The problem is the
There's
approach.
hope. But you're teaching. I think you have to also teach a lot of pastors. I'm not saying our pastors are bad, but we all have a lot to learn. And I think you have to teach a lot of people.
Today we have invested in the young people because we grow them from down as they come up. So they know what the church is and what the church is capable of doing. When they bring in their friends, because when they go out, they tell their friends, kuja kwetu, come and see. So when they bring them, we teach them as children who have brought their friends home. You don't chase away the friends. You begin learning, how are you, what are you doing? And then from there, you build them up.
You build them up.
That's why you see we have quite a number of
because poverty is a big obstacle in even churches standing. Because if majority of the congregation cannot afford, then even to pay the pastor, it is very difficult. So you do have an economic empowerment program in your church.
Yes, we do that very much. We do that, and when we have identified, not that we have a lot of money to do that. No.
In fact, I was going to ask, how do you mobilize resources?
Because right now, when you see us do, like what you saw, we are now doing classes going up.
You're doing?
The classrooms.
Yes, yes.
And up there, we now have a modern kitchen, stores, and a hall.
Yes.
That hall is meant for youth activities. The young people, they do their activities there. People seeing us would think that we have sponsors.
In fact, that's what I was going to ask you. How do you get money to build our classrooms now?
We have taught our people two things. How to walk with God and how to walk with salvation. Two things. Walking with God entails things like prayer, Bible reading, and all that. While walking with God, with the salvation entails how you relate with the people and the society where you exist.
Yes.
What legacy do you want to leave when you go? In the Bible, there are people, the Bible says they so and so begat so and so begat so and so. Then when their time was no more, they die and they were no more. But there are people who lived and left legacy. So we ask them, what will you be known for the short time you lived while you are here in Hongai?
Guys, what will we be known for the short time we are living?
What did you leave behind?
What legacy are we leaving behind?
So I told them that, look, even from this, in the midst of this poverty, like the Bible said, out of joy, we can give and make a difference. And do you know that people we brought up from nowhere to somewhere are the ones who are now giving back to society?
Amen. This is a wonderful success.
That's how we are building.
Have you written a book? Write a book.
I think I should.
Write a book. Oh, it's such a wonderful story.
And these people we brought up, today they are able to take care of me.
They are now taking care of you. Yes. So now you are not earning the 700 shillings you were earning before.
I would be adding several zeros after that.
Amen, amen. And you yourself, you have big children, grown children now.
Yes, they are grown, they have learned.
Yes.
And I'm happy because they will not live to tell wrong story of being the children of a minister. Yes.
Okay.
They now know being a child of a minister of the gospel is not an unfortunate thing in life.
So I'm thinking this is a message you should go to pastors. There are many young pastors who are depressed, who are sad. And I know you have a God. Are you involved in ministering to pastors or empowering pastors?
Basically, that's what I do. I am a Bible school teacher.
Yes.
I mentor pastors.
Yes.
And we also do refresher courses for our pastors who work in the slums and in the rural areas who are not able to access the formal trainings and all that. But I would also want to encourage pastors that quick fix, quick riches is not the way to go in the ministry.
Yes.
Patience with the people you have will help you, because when you build them, it is for your own advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. Today I can rest as they work.
But you trust in God and know that God will give you destiny, help us.
Definitely. Those people really helped me. By the way, those two people, really supported me.
The Norwegian.
No. These were just Africans.
Yes.
These are just Africans.
Yes.
And they came, and they came alongside others.
Yes.
One of them, I think you met somebody who said he is your neighbor at home.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one who is now in charge of construction.
Oh.
He's the one in charge of that building.
Mm-hmm.
We picked him up while he was a watchman.
Mm-hmm.
And he had given up with life. He was going back home.
Mm.
So when he came in our midst and we started working with him, we asked, what else can you do apart from, because you are too young and strong to be a watchman, to sit down the whole day. You're wasting your energy.
Yes.
So we trained him in construction. And he got upgraded himself until he became a contractor. So today I don't need to pay a contractor.
Because you have
we
a
have
contractor.
a contractor whom we trained.
Yes.
And the people working in that construction are all members of the church.
Of the church.
Yes.
Amen. Amen. I hope you're all getting encouraged by this wonderful.
So there is hope.
Pastor, we are used to hearing bad news. No. We need you to go on the national TV and give us good news.
We also had the bad news.
Okay.
But I think with the time, our prayer is that we don't lose fathers.
Fathers.
Yes, because if somebody is not properly fathered,
yes,
then he'll mess. So it's our prayer that we have more gospel fathers.
More gospel fathers.
Who can train.
So in this next 2 minutes, maybe you're going to give a parting shot.
Yes.
There are pastors who will listen to you. We're going to share on our groups.
Sure.
There are youth who need to come to church and because they have no hope. They're suicidal. And,
there is hope.
Yes.
In church. I'm very sure that there are things that have come up that look like church, but they are not church. It is the strategy of the enemy to discredit the church and make people move away. We are prompted into this ministry by love. We are pushed by love. And looking at what Christ did for us, we also feel we do so to those who are in need. He never identified with the righteous. He identified with sinners.
With sinners.
Yes, and from nowhere he built people. Those who turn around the gospel world were fishermen with no education.
Yes.
They are just mere people he picked from the village.
Yes.
And he came, made them, and sent them out. So we are working on a concept today called serve. Servanthood, serve. Where the first S means spiritual leadership, effective leadership, visionary leadership, relational leadership, and evangelistic leadership. Yeah.
And those were the principles Christ demonstrated.
So what we are missing today is relational leadership. People who can lead through relating well with
people. And not selecting those who are rich or those who have, but even those
what he did, he picked people.
Yes.
He brought them to himself.
Yes.
And they learned from him. That is relational.
Relational. Wonderful.
So that is what we do.
Yeah.
There is hope. And I would encourage my fellow ministers, be patient with God. Never push God, never rush. You'll get involved in things that are not glorifying God.
Now, in case somebody out there wants to talk to you to get more inspiration and hope, how do they contact you?
Yes,
Will you give us your contact?
Yes, I can give you my contact.
We can put it on the screen.
Yes, 0723 232 You can get me on that.
We'll put it on the screen.
I will put it on the screen.
Yeah.
We can share more.
Guys, me as a host, I've really, really enjoyed this discussion. There is hope in the church.
Yes.
The enemy comes and causes confusion, but I'm telling you, there are many good churches.
Sure.
And there's much hope in many of the churches. So don't give up. And if you like this discussion, please share. Share with others, subscribe, share, and we'll get you catch us in the next podcast. Ciao.
Shalom.
Kwaheri. Asante sana.
God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you.